Mastermind. Okay, so top of the decide hour. I never know if I should say top of or bottom of. I don't know what it is, but it's at the end of the 3 o'clock decide hour on Wednesday, March 9th. And throughout our earlier discussions, we had some discussion around self-care, what we can say no to, say, and when we say yes, and choosing. And so I would just love to brainstorm on self-care, ways to provide self-care, because I think I see, saying no to things is one way, right? And then maybe you're replacing it with something that you are doing. But I know that for self-care, I tend to go do the same go-to things, like, okay, I'm going to take a bubble bath, or I'm going to get a massage, or I'm going to do my devotions or read, or something like that. So I thought it might be fun to kind of pop out ideas, new ideas for self-care. So, Foxy.
Yeah. I think the biggest realization that I've had around self care is that anything can be self care. It all depends on how you're looking at it. So, even though I hate doing the dishes, I can turn doing the dishes into self care just by what the attitude is that I bring to it. So, you don't have to necessarily add something to what you're doing to take care of yourself. It's just shifting your perspective around what you are doing as self-care as well.
Yeah, I love that. Attitude is so a big part of it, right? Have you guys all seen the Attitude thing by Chuck Swindoll? It's a little poem. I'll put it in the Facebook page.
Mhm.
Okay, Susie.
For me, self-care is ignoring my phone. Like I've gotten really good at ignoring my phone when it's not business hours. So with that to be, bye Amy, we love you.
Bye.
But I've gotten really good at doing that because because like what you said, when you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. And then I get to say yes to Knox and Brian. And so in that, like ignoring my phone, because there have been points where I've been so attached to it. So to me, that's self-care, and it's so freeing, that there are a couple points in the day where I'm on it, and then the rest of the day I'm not. So it's self-care to me.
Yeah, love that. Because sometimes it's stop. That's part of, like, that's a no, right? It's stopping something too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love to just get outside and walk, but just being outside, even just stepping out to take in a breath of fresh air can just do wonders for me. And I don't do it enough. Let's add some to our list. We got 2 more minutes left. Did Foxy, is she gone? Oh,
yeah.
I didn't notice her. Did she say she was? I missed her leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think sometimes we get caught up with the need to, when we drop something, replace it with something. And it's okay to, in the name of self-care, drop something and have nothing. And that's something that I've been focusing on in my self-care. There's a couple things that I've backed away from. And people have asked me, well, what are you going to do instead? And my answer is literally nothing. And I am truly doing nothing. I am sitting on my ass. Granted, I'm spending time with my husband, and that's quality time and all the wonderful things, but I am not doing anything. Like, we are binging Netflix, we are relaxing, we are recharging, we are not using brain power in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, technically it's doing something, but it's not like I'm going out and engaging in something. Like I'm not getting rid of something for the sake of picking up something else. And I think sometimes like we like have to go for that pursuit of now I have to do something to fill the void.
Mhm. Mhm. So true. I find that just even at night when I'm kind of spent, I always think, oh, I should like color in my journal or write my to-do list for tomorrow or whatever. And the last 2 nights I sat down, I had it next to me and I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna sit here and like stare at the TV. And and that's pretty much what I did. And um it's just I didn't have to use any brain power.
But
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's not brain power, but it's spending time with another person. It turns into conversation. Like there's good things coming out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think our biggest mistake is thinking that we always have to be busy, right? That
Mhm.
presence is when our best ideas come too.
Mhm.
Hmm. Wow. Oh, good stuff. Shoot, it's 4:01. I need to stop the recording. Time for a new hour.